Welcome to the I Can Do That podcast. I'm Jem Fadling, spiritual formation coach, author, and founding partner of Unhurried Living. With 30 years experience in spiritual formation, I help people grow by combining grounded optimism with practical spirituality. This effective dynamic will guide you onto the path of discernment so that you can transform your hopes into habits. Each episode, I'll share one practical idea with one simple takeaway. Together, we'll grow at the pace of transformation, and you'll move into your day saying to yourself, I can do that. I've been a spiritual director and coach for many women over many years, and there are common themes that arise from time to time. One prevalent theme I bump into over and over is this. Women tend to think there is something wrong with them if they are not progressing quickly through their current situation. Whether it's a difficult situation at work, a troubled relational issue, a period of extended grief, or any formational dynamic, most are convinced that quickly is the only reasonable and truly healthy way forward. This is usually an unconscious bias that goes unnoticed until you say some things out loud and look at them a little closer. Other people's opinions and even our own inner questions may drive this deeper. Are you still struggling with that? How long do you think it'll take for you to get through this? Man, this is taking a long time. Well, this might appear to be an interesting conversation, but it is ultimately unhelpful. Granted, no one likes to suffer for long periods of time, but adding shame or blame to the situation only makes it heavier. We usually don't have control over how long something takes. Well, you remember the old school permission slips we used to receive in school way back? That little piece of paper that gave you the authority to go to the restroom or leave early or arrive late. With your permission slip in hand, you knew you were covered and you could do what you needed to do. I often find myself having permission slip type conversations with people. For example, a permission slip encouragement might look like this in regards to grief. Grief is a very real process. No one, including you, can direct its course. You might consider letting it take as long as it takes for you to heal. Don't ever let anyone else tell you it's time to get over it. Everyone moves through grief in their own way. Now notice, there is no guilt-inducing vocabulary about how long it's taking. These words allow the person to lean into their actual circumstance. It's hard enough to go through the stages of grief and make your way to moving on in a new way. We don't need to make it hard on ourselves or others by applying an unnatural timeline to the process. And yes, I understand that sometimes issues may drag on too long. There might be healthier and shorter time limits on certain issues. And for that, you'll likely need wise counsel. But for most things, it's simply okay for them to take as long as they take. What's the rush? Let go of the need to get over it and to continue a production line mentality. This takes courage and hope, but in the long run, you will have participated in your own transformational process. You are being shaped more and more into the image of Christ. How long might that take? So go ahead and breathe, feel, cooperate with the invitation set before you. It's countercultural, but this isn't a race and no one is grading you. So allow yourself the gift of grace, the grace of pacing, the grace of process, and the grace of permission. Here's your I can do that for this week. Take a few minutes sometime in the next couple of days to journal or ponder these questions. What is one area of your life in which you might need to grant yourself a permission slip? In this situation, ask yourself why you are in such a rush. What would it look like to assume that more time might be needed? How might God be wanting to transform you within this very situation? Might that take a bit of time? Remember, you are making your way forward one small, simple, and gracious step at a time. If you'd like to connect with me and Unhurried Living further, I invite you to sign up for Unhurried Daily. For 40 days, we'll send you a brief daily email that will serve as a touch point for an unhurried inner pace. It's just a few sentences with a practical question, prayer, or tip. Sign up on our website at unhurriedliving.com.